Now I'm joined by Tizita Belacew, the managing editor for VOA's Horn of Africa service. Welcome to the show, Tizita.
Thank you, Ndimyake.
I imagine that there's been an expectation in Ethiopia, that this was going to happen. We've had a lot of these rumors. So now that it has happened, what are people saying?
Well, people are, as tradition calls for, people are, expressing their sorrow and their sadness that the Prime Minister's passing is now announced. Ethiopians are very skeptical that he died just recently, or nobody knows when he died. But
so some are actually questioning that did he really die just Tuesday as it's being announced, or that he died before?
Before, because some opposition media has announced that he died before. At any rate, the opposition has issues with the Prime Minister's policy, and others are expressing sorrow for his passing.
One analyst described him as one of the most intelligent leaders in Africa, and he's been widely credited for what he has done in Ethiopia, some of the good, boosting the economy, infrastructure, health, introducing health and education services to the people. People really, do they revere him for that?
Yes, I think Prime Minister Meles Zenawi is credited for being an avid reader, self-educated, bright man, and also, has brought in some changes to Ethiopia regarding the economy, education, and infrastructure, as you suggested. But for most Ethiopians, the human rights issue is the critical issue, especially after the general election of 2005, when 200 people were shot dead. And many believe that happened by the direct order of the Prime Minister, because the Prime Minister is the chairman of the party, the ruling party, EPRDF, and also chairman of his own Marxist-Leninist party, TPLF. And, so those are the two views about the Prime Minister in the country.
And you've touched on one of the things that he's been widely criticized about, human rights. And,
Yes.
of course, the suppression of the media, which I know as the Horn of Africa service here, you've experienced very, very personally. What can be expected to change under the newly sworn-in Prime Minister now, Mr. Hailemariam Desalegn?
Yeah, according to analysts, nothing much, because this is a hand-picked man to replace the Prime Minister, and also his views, his policies are leaning towards, the China model of development or economic development over democracy kind of, view. So nothing is expected to change in Ethiopia in terms of, the new leadership.
Well, we'll watch and follow. Thank you so much for joining us today.
You're welcome.
Tizita Belacew is the managing editor for the Horn of Africa service here at the Voice of America. Now, you can stay in touch with In Focus by going to our Facebook page. Just click like, read our stories, leave your comments. The address, facebook.com/VOA In Focus.